The 217 Recovery Podcast is now being played. Thanks for hitting play. I'm Corey Winfield. Appreciate you hitting play. And whether you're an addict, whether you're in recovery, whether you're a friend or family of someone's in recovery, or friend or family member of someone who's in active addiction, thank you. You belong here. This is where you need to be. I really appreciate you tuning in, like I said, to listen to what I have to say. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't do any of that. I just guy in recovery, man, living the life, living the dream. And I actually have started to learn how to live life on life's terms. I like where my life is. I like where my life's going. And it's going there because I'm in recovery. And the fact that I came to terms with not being able to control every situation. And learning the fact that it's how you act. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in a situation or somebody rubs us the wrong way and we react. And we get so used to reacting, it just becomes second nature. I mean, that's what we do. Someone calls you a name, well, you're going to call them a name right back, you know. That's not how you should act. You know, you have to take time and think about it. I was actually talking with a friend of mine today and was telling him there was a situation that came up and people were like, oh, he's using again. He's using. And I started playing right into it. Like, yeah, he is, isn't he? And I had, wait a minute, hold on. We don't know. Like, let's talk to him first, you know, like let's see. And it came out and he actually, when he took a drug test and it turned out, no, he wasn't. So I was glad I was able to think. You know, sometimes you have to stop, let the whole situation play out, let it hit you. Okay, now how does that make you feel? Now think about it, and then feel those feelings. We've been running from feelings for so long. It's hard, and everybody's recovering from something, maybe eating, gambling. There's so many things that people are recovering from that people use to escape the realities, the feelings. Sometimes I find myself jumping on Amazon. It's a coping skill, sort of, but it could be unhealthy big time. Because if somebody makes me mad or if I'm feeling lonely or whatever, upset, I can jump on Amazon and add 20 watches, you know, and I don't buy them, but I can, hey, they're in my, you should see my queue. It's ridiculous. But it helps me, and it helps me cope. And like I said, it could be very dangerous if I start buying all those things. Or if every time I'm mad, I'm on my phone looking at Amazon, you know, like, hey, how about you just take a minute, you know, say a little prayer to God, and just think about what just happened, what went down. Sometimes you get angry, and you have to stop and think, okay, why am I angry? Okay, because I feel like I was slighted, or I feel like I was treated unfairly. You know, it was singled out. But then you have to also, okay, well, why do I think I was treated unfairly? Well, because this. Okay, well, what actions did I do that caused that? 9 times out of 10, you're going to find something. Okay, so I did that caused this. Now I'm feeling like this, so I did this. And a lot of times you're going to do stuff when you react that you're going to regret. You don't want regrets. I mean, that's the whole thing, you know, about being in recovery. You don't have to regret, not if you, and they say it so many times and you've probably heard it, play the tape through, you know, play it through. Well, sometimes you got to stop and rewind it. You really do. Stop, rewind it. Okay, what happened? And just go through the situation. You know, if somebody's making you mad, just stop. You know, this was advice that was given to me. Stop. Okay, who made you mad? Say Joe made you mad. Okay, Joe made you mad. Why'd Joe make you mad? Okay, why are you mad? Did Joe steal your money? Okay, he stole your money, so you feel like you were betrayed. You know, you feel like somebody betrayed your trust. Okay, that's what that feels like. That's where you have to go with it. Okay, well, why did Joe steal my money? Okay, because I owed Joe $20. And Joe didn't know I was going to pay him on Friday, and that $10 he took from me was going to get me to work tomorrow. So I need that money. That's why I'm angry. You know, like, Joe is fake. This didn't happen, but I'm just saying, like, you have to, like, break things down in that kind of way in order for it all to make sense, for you to actually process the situation. Again, I don't know what situation it could be or what situation is going to happen, because you're going to get mad again in the future. Maybe tomorrow you might be mad at me right now. Okay, why are you mad at me? What did I do? What did I say? Was I too real for you? I'm just throwing out things that have happened in my life, or hypothetical things that could happen in my life, that I would, in my old ways, and I don't want to say an act of addiction, because, I went through a spell where I was a dry drunk as well, but where I would have just reacted, like there were so many times. I remember one time, I'm not really proud of this. My boss had sent me an email, and this other guy at work, he wasn't my boss, but he was like another department head. And he was trying to throw me and my guys under the bus, our department under the bus. And I was like, I wasn't the head of the department, but I was kind of like the guy that, I was the face of it, I guess, for the most part, when it came to getting in trouble. When the boss called and when something was bad, he always called me. So he called me, he's like, why is this dude, saying this? I'm like, man, the dude's a hater and he's saying this and this. And then my boss wrote back and was like, yeah, this and that. And, I know, he's, a piece of whatever, and, he's bad or whatever. And then my boss, I don't know how, but he replied all to the email. So it also went to the dude he was talking about, that we were talking about. And then he comes back on me with, hey, man, what the hell, And I'm like, you're the one who's firing off emails, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But it was that, it was a bad situation. It really, really was. But it was like one of those things, though, that the things that I said in that email, I said because I was mad, because he was trying to throw me under the bus. So I said those hurtful, mean things, It didn't justify me. It made me look bad in the end. So you have to think too, if you're going to attack somebody like that, what's it going to do for you in your future? Me attacking that guy, or even saying that my boss said he already knew. So it wasn't like I was, hey, I'm going to raise myself up on this ladder and he's going to still be down there and I'm going to look better by calling him this name. No, my boss already knows. He didn't need that justification from me to say, hey, this guy is this way. We already know that. Why would I even bring that up? I should have just said, I'm going to deal with the situation. I'll go talk to him right now. My boss would have appreciated that 100 times more, because then, like I said, my boss ended up, kind of looking bad too. And it was all because of me and how I reacted to the situation. And if I would have just taken 5 minutes to go, okay, why is he throwing us under the bus? Okay, I apparently did something to him. What did I do? If I didn't do anything, okay, well, he might just be having a bad day. That happens to people sometimes. And especially sometimes, like if you go into like a store, let's say Meijer or Walmart or Kroger or wherever, I'm just saying, like if you go into those places and sometimes you see the person behind the counter and some checking you out, whatever, maybe stocking shelves, sometimes they're in a great mood, and you tell me you don't feed off that. If you're walking by and an employee at the store looks at you and gives you a big smile and says, hey, nice hat, nice shirt, or beautiful hair today, it doesn't have to be a guy. It could be a girl, like, hey, I like your makeup. You looking good. It could, those little things like that really do rub off on you. And I know it's cliche and people say it all the time, how you treat others. And I said it the other day in the podcast about my sponsor, saying that what you put out there is what you're getting back. It's a mirror. You put out hateful stuff, you're going to get hateful stuff back. There was some dudes the other day that were spitting out some hateful stuff. And I'm like, well, I didn't put out hateful stuff to them, so they're just hating. I broke down the situation like that, and I was like, okay, well, how do they expect me to respond? Because I did realize I was responding the same way they were treating me. So I was like, okay, well, I don't really need to do that. I can do these other things that I have like set up as a fail-safe, like a plan B. Like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is what I need to do. When this happens, I need to do this. I need to take these actions. And I'm not doing it because I don't like the people. I mean, I don't like the people, but I have to do that for myself. Like I said, those are little they call them fail safes or safe fails, whatever. A fail safe to protect myself from going to that next level of getting angry or, getting in my own head sometimes and thinking, oh yeah, those guys or this guy or that girl, whatever, to go into that situation to where I'm overthinking it, and then I hold resentments, then I'm mad, and resentments are just not good. And like I said, you start reacting instead of acting, and you're in trouble. As long as you can realize it and catch it, that's a good thing. Another thing I want to talk about real quick too, it's not going to be a long podcast tonight, but I want to talk about, I'm just going to hit on it just a little bit because I want to talk to some of the guys about it, with the guys about it on the podcast, probably tomorrow. So it'll be published a little bit earlier than this is being right now. It's 9:50, something like that. But relationships in recovery, because everybody's got an opinion on it. And what's funny is everybody's been in them. It's the same guy saying, "Oh, don't be in a relationship for," and then you see him at the store 20 minutes later. There was some girl, and you're like, whoa, wait, what? What's going on with that? I really don't care. I'm at this point in my recovery. You can do whatever you want. You want to date somebody, tear it up, man. Go for it. But for me, it didn't work out so hot. A couple relationships. One chick was even like, "I want to drink with you." I'm like, "But I can't drink. Like it gets bad." "Oh no, I want to drink with you." Yeah, Happy New Year. It was New Year's Eve, and then like 3 days later, I'm back in rehab. I'm like, yeah, see how that worked out. And then another girlfriend, and I was going well, man. It was going, but I mean, everything happens for a reason. But it was like, I don't know, 5 months sober maybe or something, and I go on a date with her, and it's somebody I really liked, so I was pretty excited about the date with her, and she was really hot, and I don't know, everything was going cool, and then she tells me, "Oh yeah, I'm a heroin addict," and I was like, "What?" First instinct, run. That's what I thought. I thought, run, man, run. This isn't good. And I dropped her off, and I just remember thinking, well, just too bad. I can't be around that. And then like the next day, I was driving down some back roads. It was sunny. It was a nice day, and I started thinking, God didn't give up on me. I shouldn't give up on her. Like, I'm playing God now. No, God didn't give up on me. My family didn't give up on me because they're my family. I went to school with this girl back in the day 100 years ago, but I didn't owe her anything. But at the same time, I wanted to be a better person. And so I gave it a shot, which really, I think I knew what was going to happen. I knew, if she was over at my place and she was using, that would just give me an excuse. Well, you're using, I'm gonna go ahead and drink. You can't judge me because you're using too. So I think I kind of had some of that maybe in the back of my mind, but not like in the front of my mind, not like front and center going, whoa, obviously my instincts were right. It was just a horrible relationship. But a guy said last night that, your heart and your mind have to line up. And that is the prime example of my heart and my mind not lining up. I mean, it did at first when my instinct was to run, but then I started thinking about it, and then, okay, now I'll do it, and like I said, a horrible decision, but I was talking with Matt, and I was telling him, I was like trying to put a square peg in a circle hole, it's not going to work, but I was still trying to get it in there because, I can do it. And, that one I couldn't do. So I don't think anything's wrong with people having relationships in recovery. Now, if my mom, she's probably getting out her phone right now. "Oh, I'm going to tell Corey what's up. You got to wait a year." My mom's like, gotta wait a year. Well, I've been at this for 4 years. So if you add up all my clean time, it's probably about 3.5 years, probably more. I don't know. It's been a long time, and it takes me back to the whole, and I think I said this in another podcast too about, the doctors will tell you, and they've told me, it's going to take 2 years, for your brain to even get back to normal as much as you drank. Okay. Well, so say I am clean for 6 months or a year, and I have a drink on a weekend and go on a bender. Does that send me all the way back to ground zero? Or, I mean, that clean time has to amount for something. I'd like somebody to research that, because I can tell a difference between now and 4 years ago. Absolutely. I mean, not just the stuff that I've learned and the stuff that I've went through. I have to learn things the hard way. You can tell me that, that road's going to end, but I'm going to tell you it's not, and I'm going to drive off of it. That's just how I operate. So I take the hard way. It would have been a lot easier if I just would have stopped and not drove off the cliff. But no, now I got 2 broken legs and I have to crawl back up. Sometimes that's what happens. And like I said at the beginning of this podcast, whether you're an addict, whether you're in recovery, you're a friend or a family member, someone who's an addict or in recovery, you belong here. And I want you to feel like, this is for you. This is not just for me. It's for you as well. And if it's for somebody that you can share it with, hey, appreciate it, But I do this for me and I do this for you. And like I said, you belong here. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. You don't have to donate anything like that. I'm not trying to push donations right now. I'm just trying to push that we're going to have more resources. We're going to be doing some things. If you need to contact us, our emails are on the crew page at 217recovery.com. We're pretty active on Facebook. I don't know if you are or not, but you can like us, share us with your friends, with your recovery community. We'd really appreciate that. We're on Instagram, Twitter. I believe I post stuff through myself. We got a YouTube page, but we're going to keep promoting more and keep doing more and keep helping more. I almost said queef, but I did not. And our resources page, it's not as long as it needs to be, but it's a work in progress. So if there's any info or if there's anything you can share with us, feel free. If there's somebody you think we should talk to, let us know. We'll go out and see them. We're in Michigan right now, but plane tickets don't cost that much. I heard California. Well, no, I've been to California. I've been to LA. It was kind of dirty, but hey, nothing against LA, man. They got a great recovery community there. I know that for a fact. Dallas, Texas, I lived there for a few years. Love to go there. But I'm just saying, we'll go wherever we need to and wherever we're needed. The message of recovery, and recovery can be fun. Recovery is fun. Not waking up with those hangovers. Yeah, everybody's going to tell you that. But no, just the whole living life. Like I said earlier too, life on life's terms. I like where my life is today. I like where my life's going. And I couldn't have said that a long time ago. I couldn't have said that a few months ago. But now I have a vision. I feel like this is great. Just being with people in recovery. I've made some great friends, real friends. And I haven't had real friends in a long time. I only have a few, They mean a lot to me. I keep my circle pretty tight. And my family, never been closer with my sister than I am right now. I have a lot of faith in God, more now than I've ever had. I was talking with a guy today about that even. He was saying he doesn't pray, he doesn't really believe in God. And I just told him like 6 or 7 different things. I mean, there's probably 20 where I can tell you exactly how it happened and when I prayed and what happened. And it was I couldn't have done any of that stuff on my own. Now, I'm not talking about like, oh, I broke my leg and then I touched it and it was healed. I'm not saying that, but in my opinion, if I pray for something, if I ask God, let's say, God, I need to figure this situation out. How am I going to pay for a new computer? We really need a new computer. God, how can I, please, I need that, Lord. Normally, I usually don't pray like that. I say, God, give me the guidance and the courage and the wisdom to come up with an idea or a solution to purchase a new computer. Like if it's your will, God, make it happen. But, let's just say, that's what I want. That's what I need. God will make that happen. But I might have to go out and shovel 20 driveways. Somebody might come up and go, hey, Corey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, nothing. You want to shovel 20 driveways? Yeah. How much is it? Oh, it'll be about $800. Oh, okay. Wow. That new computer I was looking at was $750. It's ways like that, in my opinion, that God will work for you. A new laptop is not just going to come flying off Best Buy's shelf and land on the couch next to me, I mean, maybe it could, but realistically, no. But it's those situations that you got to keep your mind open to and looking through them and at them that, like, okay, this is what it is, how it's supposed to be, life on life's terms. just try a little bit of that, maybe over the weekend. It is Easter weekend. Today, Good Friday, so hopefully you had a good Friday. I'm going to wrap this up now, though, before I start telling really bad jokes. Again, thanks for listening. Resources are online. There's a speaker, if you haven't checked that out, too. If you go to 27recovery.com and then click on you'll see the two little white lines in the left-hand corner. Click on that, and then you can scroll over to on the top. It'll say speaker. Click on that. That's a really good story from a man named Dan. Listen to that. And we're going to post more of those too. So a little something for everybody. If there's something that you want to see on the site, like I said, if you got something that's just awesome, if you got an idea that's awesome, we're in it together, man. You belong here just as much as I do. So hit us up with an email. You can email 217recovery@gmail.com. You can email Corey, Corey, at 217recovery.com. And like I said, our emails are posted on the 217 crew page. Hit us up. Let us know what you like and what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear. And I appreciate you sharing that. Have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.